I agree that we should unite all the progressive forces into common agenda, because this thing of small unviable political parties is not sustainable for the future of black people in South Africa. It's not sustainable at all. We can't, and the temptation as well, and I'm not characterizing the EFF, is that when you have got multiple of these, like they end up being fiefdoms of individuals. IFP, UDM kind of arrangement, what is it to achieve with that? When all of us can set aside our very strong egos and say, I don't have to be a member of parliament, I don't have to be a deputy president. I can come and be led by a collective, like, and be subjected to a collective and be asked to go and organize branches of MKP from scratch and not be a member at the high levels. That is the principle that we are dealing with. And that is what we are here for, in terms of, and so that there's not even confusion. By the way, we spoke about the unification of all progressive parties with President Zuma last year, October, before the official announcement of Mkondo's as a party. And I was amongst those that said that let us go and contest elections as separate political parties. We'll contest each other on the ground, but we'll come back to talk about what do we do moving forward. So the attempt for unification is not just an opportunistic one because there were electoral declines of the EFF and all of those things. It's a genuine political discussion, which all South Africans must enter into, those who are in favor of the revolution. Because revolution is the content of what we're standing for. It's not just, no, if it's me, you are betraying me. You know, some people will say, you are betraying me. Where does that enter? And you don't even once suggest that I'm betraying the revolution. I will never betray the revolution. Because we're not in the business of trying to please each other's egos here. We're in the business of building a revolutionary movement that is going to emancipate the black majority and Africans in particular, and we're unapologetic about that. That is what we stand for. And President Zuma, when he was inducting all of us yesterday, he says that we might be friends or we might think we're friends, but friendship won't apply here. If you do not do these things right, you're going to be taken care of appropriately. Some people were asking me that what is going to happen, because in MKP leadership changes every week and all of those things. What if they change? I say, like, if I'm removed as national organizer, I'm going to be a member. And if I'm removed as a member, I'm going to be a volunteer and put posters even without the approval of the leadership. I'm not here for opportunistic purposes. And that is what we are all about. I think all of us, all the progressive forces, let's unite and build this movement. There is no dictatorship, there is political discussions. In all the times that we have got to interact with President Zuma, he has the patience to have political and ideological discussions to persuade people about how to move forward. He does not stand to subjectively gain anything out of that. It's not like he's subjectively going to gain anything out of it. He had said that let's unite all the progressive forces so that we can build a solid movement that will take us forward. Otherwise, the other things that are said are not worth responding to. We're going to go to the ground. Let's coexist, all of us, and then let's persuade each other. Let's build the MKP as a party which is going to take over government of South Africa. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Now, just like in romantic relationships, when it no longer serves you, honey, just leave. Find another one. When the environment is now starting to be toxic, Leave. Now, Flyod is now new Mkhonto Sizwe Party national organizer. He also spoke about why he left. There are these pictures of him trending online, and Chris was like, Flyod Shivambu here looks like a strong, independent mother of 4 who's working 58 hours a week to put food on the table. Now, honestly speaking, you guys know when you, let's say you moved school, back in the days when you were still in school, and you move school and you don't have any besties yet, so you kind of look lost. So I get him, man. He just joined the party. Obviously he hasn't bonded with the leaders of the MK or anybody there, so I understand, man. I understand why he looks lost. I definitely do understand. Now, hey, someone that we thought was going to leave the party, Umbuyiseni Ndlozi, he keeps retweeting. Okay, his last post was this picture. He hasn't said anything ever since. I don't know what's happening. I don't know, but he's still part of the EFF. Dr. Umbuyiseni Ndlozi has also submitted a resignation letter to the EFF leadership. Now, Julius Malema really has to do some self-introspection, and someone said rubbish, and Umbuyiseni retweeted, meaning it's not true. Okay? You coming from my family, especially my wife, that would definitely be the last straw. But it seems as though that's not the case with Umbuyiseni. He's still sticking by his Malema honey. He's still sticking by his party, though it's still unclear. Is he trying to confuse the people? Is he trying to confuse the party itself, or is he also a very confused individual right now, and he doesn't really know where he stands right now. But obviously, if you don't know where you stand, that you haven't resigned, obviously that says you're still the member, even though you don't know where you stand. Okay, so I'm definitely getting that. He doesn't know where he stands, but he's still very much the member of the EFF. I think politics should be exactly this. You should be able to leave. If this party no longer works for you, go to another party and try there. Not this thing of forcing a relationship that is doomed. So even if the MK comes and Flyod sees the no man, actually, let me go and try another part. It's fine, as long as he knows, this is what I'm for, not this thing of holding on to a sinking ship. You also want to sink as well, just because you are loyal to an individual. But the point of the party is serving the people, but you are now serving an individual. Now I hear Flyod firing back on the positions. You guys remember last time Julius Malema was speaking about, some leaders or some members, threatening them. If I don't get this certain position, I'm gonna leave now. Leave now. We are not here for the positions. Listen, man, Flyod, you did not have to explain or over-explain yourself. Anyone with common sense would understand. There is no way you would move from another party and be a member, just a member. I'm going to judge you. If, let's say, the MK removes you and you are now just an ordinary member with no income from the MK party, I'm going to judge you, shame. I'm definitely going to judge you, because there is no way. You have worked so hard. Every single income that you get from any party that you are part of, you deserve it. You deserve it. That's like Ndlozi moving to, let's say, a DA party, for example. Let's say a DA party, and he's just a member there, serving the people in the community, no income. I'm going to judge you no ways. There is no need to be ashamed of getting an income or receiving or getting a certain position. There's no need to be ashamed, because those that shame you are leaders of their parties. And if they were to be forced by the members to resign, they would tell those members to go, so don't be ashamed, man. Even if Jacob Zuma makes you the president of the MK, do not be ashamed. You deserve it. You've worked hard. You've been in politics. You deserve it. Deserve that position.